Well, thanks for coming. I hope you're having a good day. It's been rather snowy here. I heard that's not unusual for our area, but I hear it's not unusual for the country right now. Let's read a legal disclaimer. We're going to kind of get everything on the road today. So today's demonstration is designed to instruct you in using MetaStock and the accompanying software plugins. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell, but rather guidelines to interpreting and using specific indicators and features within the software. The information, software, and techniques presented today should only be used by the investors who are aware of the risk inherent in trading. MetaStock should have no liability for any investment decisions based on the use of the software, any trading strategies, or any information provided in connection with the company. So those are the legal disclaimers that'll keep our lawyers happy. Peter has his own. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our presenter today, Peter. Peter is very, very thorough. He's done a number of these already. I think this is maybe the third or fourth session that he's done in the webinar room. A couple of things that I'll say about Peter is he does a really good job in terms of explaining things, in terms of being extremely thorough. So we're going to go ahead and bring him on here. I don't like to spend a lot of time. He's been working with MetaStock, just to tell you a little bit more about him. He's been working with MetaStock for decades now, literally decades. It had a very, very popular product called FXTA, or FX Traders Advantage. Magic Trader is an extension of that, and kind of a new product that we brought on towards the end of last year. It's been very, very popular. And with that being said, Peter, how are you doing today?
All right, I'm doing all right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You sound good.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and turn the control over to you. And before I kind of get out of the way, I'll make sure we can see your screen and everything looks like it's going well. Well, that's kind of coming up. Okay, we can see your screen. I do want to say thank you or hello to everybody on the YouTube channel. If this is your first time on YouTube, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. It does help a great deal. Peter, we can see your screen, so I'm going to get out of the way. Your turn.
All right. You could see my screen, right? All right. So, everybody,
yes,
how are you?
Everything looks great over here.
All right. So we're going to get started. So, all right, my name is Peter Dalal. Today is 17th February. We're going to get started. And everybody came here. I appreciate you coming in here. A lot of MetaStock friends, a lot of our friends. So I welcome to everybody being here. It's a little early than normal, so hopefully you guys stay a little longer today. Again, we're going to talk about today Forex and crypto applications of Magic Trader. Again, disclaimers are on our website, is on our Facebook group site, as well as we are giving disclaimers in every communication we do with general public. Is redundant, but this is what lawyers want every step of the way. Every step of the way, we supposed to remind you guys constant implication of the risk involved in trading. I'm not an attorney, neither I'm not even an investment advisor or an accountant. In trading, you could lose all the money. Past performance is not indicative of future results. When you go into the trade, you got to go with a mindset that you are going to lose every penny you have it. We do not give here buy wholesale recommendations, and there is a probability every trade you're going to be exposed to unlimited risk. Depends upon your strategy. Here, what you see in red indicates our intellectual property rights. We have patents, we have copyrights, then we have patent pendings, we have trademark, we have service mark, all kind of intellectual property protections we have it. So any violations, I would rather people don't do it. So we do not have to put ourselves into that situation. Now, I took it off from Facebook. One of the person put it out there, and today we're talking about the cryptos. So this kind of message here is unacceptable. person who put it there can get a lot of trouble. And what person was trying to do here, trying to say he's making 2,000%. We do not train people, or neither we allow people to do so, because this is not acceptable to the authorities. So please do not get involved with such a people, or you could not do these things. Is against law. I've been doing for 30 some years, and I've seen a lot of bad movies. Sooner or later, regulators will come back to you. So you don't want the orange suit. It's not a good idea. Again, we're going to talk about cryptos today. We're going to talk about Forex, also derivatives, futures, many things. So they all involve a lot of risk, and they could cause you a lot of pain. So there is no safe system designed ever. Even Magic Trader is based on a risk, but still not 100% safe. Also, your personal emotion gets involved. So you're going to make decisions based on your emotions, and that can make you lose a lot of money. So please try to control your risk, and that's the most important thing. I'm registered with CFTC. We're going to talk about it. This is my company's license number, 352991. I think we have some noises from somewhere. I don't know. Now, every discussion we're going to be doing is hypothetical. And hindsight, it looks great. Even on a Magic Trader charts, everything will look great, but that doesn't mean that it's going to repeat all the time. So you have to control your risk. So you could also lose less money, but there is no guarantee that you cannot lose money. And any system, right, is not safe. We do not use any kind of return language. We cannot guarantee anything, or we do not even use those words. And every discussions are hypothetical. Also, what we learned from CFTC and now FTC, all these, even live trading results cannot be repeated. So we have to clarify that they are also hypothetical and they are not typical, and you will not do such performance every single time. So you got to have that mindset. We urge people to consult Option Clearing Corporation site. There is a lot of free material, and we expect people to study them at their own, because we do talk a lot about options almost every day. And we expect people to learn at their own the basics of that. And we teach people how to apply Magic Trader to do options. And this site can be very, very helpful to people. And we have some people, they're going to talk here, that this alert room, we have it, we teach options, and they seems to be doing fine. There is no guarantee, but they all learn the same way. This disclaimer belongs to FTC regulation. What it is, even though I'm a patent holder, MetaStock gives me passive income, so we have to tell you that I do make money. So we cannot hide it. It's against law. Also, as CFTC remind people, that FTC also remind us that these are all stimulated results and they are hypothetical in nature. And in hindsight, they look good. So we remind you again that you could also not depend upon the results, even though you see on a real time. I share my results, right? And that doesn't mean the guy who is using Magic Trader as well as the same broker, they're going to be doing the same performance. Now, this came out earlier last year at the end, when Trump left. This was already signed. So anybody who is abusing copyright materials and commercializing or try to do things, they have to deal with the regulators now. So please stay away from all the piracy and all kind of stuff. It's not healthy. Now, today what do you call it?
Folks, it looks like we're having an issue with GoToWebinar. If you'll stick around with us for a little bit, we'll try and. Looks like they're having to reboot over on that end. So this gives me an opportunity to play my special technical difficulties video. So enjoy that and the really fun music.
Son, I've been trading since 1999, right? Early 1999 started with euro dollar and USD JPY, then euro came in. So I love Forex, and that's why I created first product, Forex Trader Advantage. So in my sleep, I could trade Forex. That's how it came out to, because I'm trading for a long time and I love it. So currently we are catering a lot of stock, but I like to trade Forex every second if I can, but I don't because it's too much. All right, so this is something, instead of writing big thing, this flow diagram will explain to you how I was an investor. From investor, I become a prop trader to institutional trader, then money manager. I'm educating people, and I'm running a trading room, which we call that is an alert room. However, I think one of the person I saw, he was coming in my professional trading room for many years. He's here. I saw his name. I don't want to say it because people will mob him. So basically, I'm happy to see him here. These are the areas I traded: stock, ETF, futures, currency, options, index, bonds, commodities. I did day trading, swing trading, computer algo trading, option trading. I'm still doing it. I love it. And swing trading. In this swing trading, because of the technological development with the Magic Trader, we reduced the swing trading almost in half. It's kind of very quick results, so exposure to the market is very low. That's what really it was designed for. I spent a lot of time, many number of years in robotics, came to a point, human can do a better job than robotics if you have emotional control. That's what we came to a conclusion, because robots will fail. You really think before you jump in. Institutional trading, all right, I did it with a company called A.V. Watley, then on-site trading, things like that. And I did money management also. Now, this should be at the last, but I want to quickly go over with that so people have a mindset of even paying attention here. Risk management, you need to pay attention and risk manage every trade every day. Very important. And keep drawdowns low. Use Magic Trader risk management system. Magic Trader is designed to have a very low drawdowns. If you enter pinpoint entries, you will have low drawdown. However, if you emotionally did not do it right, you still have a higher drawdown because you had missed the entry. So it's very important you pay attention to that. Do not marry a position, love the profit, not the security. I made those mistakes. I admit it. At one point, I was in love with AOL. I made a lot of money in AOL, but I got beat up too. So having too much love for any security, such as Tesla, is not a good idea. You will get beat up. Market teach everybody a lesson, including me. Let your profit run, but cut your losses short and fast, because people hold on to losses, right? This all came from my own mistakes. I still do it, but very minimum now. Magic lines, spikes, catalysts, we're going to talk about it. Use them to your advantage. This is very important thing to apply. Magic lines has inherited capability of telling you where the stop should be. And it works in dynamic motion. Don't doable or losing position. So people do doubling down. That means they add more lots. With the Magic Trader, you have certain levels automatically given to you and use those levels. And without those levels adding lots or adding, if you are trading stocks, more stock is unadvisable. You're going to lose your shot. So averaging is old game, which seems to be not working for many people. So Magic Trader has a pullback sign. That time using magic lines and zone levels can help you adding your position with the risk under control. Sitting on a hands and you don't have a clue. So people get frustrated because market is not moving, it's boring. So what they do, they manufacture the trade from nowhere. If the risks are not lined up and you manufacture the trade, you will lose money. What you need to do, Magic Trader has one good thing, there's always some kind of setup available, right? If you use 30 some Explorer, which Jeff is going to talk about later, there are plenty of opportunities with Magic Trader. And it is designed to work with this candle even. It can be its own setup, which are advanced price preceptors. So there is something going on. You could make quickly profit or you lose too if you don't know what you're doing. No one ever went broke taking profit. Take the profit and run. We have a couple of traders, they did not listen. They wound up losing money or they did not make any money. And now they're becoming smart. When they come in, they learn from all these YouTubes, right? And there are some good people teaching there. I'm not telling everybody, but you got to find them. So those kind of problems they come up with, and then we constantly pound them for risk management. And they got like a taste of now, act like a professional, I guess. So they are learning the way professional trades or institution trades. So always can re-enter. So always I say that take your profit. I just got out with one position on MPLX on an option. I know what is happening, but I did good. I don't need to be greedy. When it pulls back, I'll go there. So I got my money. I have money from the market to play with it. So my risk money has to come from the market, not from my capital. That's what I have determined. And I don't care if I make money or not, but I don't want to lose my capital. I focus on that every day, every place I have my account. It's never too late to sell or too high to buy. So basically, people have their own ideas. If your setup is there, it does not matter where you buy. And later on, if I have time, I'm going to show you what we used to do as an institution. You think that prices are going down, you cannot buy it? Of course you could do. And that's how they turn the ship. And I will show you if I get a chance. And Magic Trader tells you all this game they're playing. So of course you could do that. but you have to know what you're doing. Because Magic Trader has symbols for pinpoint entries and exit, that's why we could do it, where the risks are low and the right risk to go in a direction you want to go. Now, a lot of people, suppose stock is going higher or currency is going higher and you want to short. In this particular market, stay away from those things. You're going to get in a lot of trouble. Market is bullish right now, right? And people going short is very risky. And there is a short squeeze already happening and you see everywhere. Do not let the winning position turn into losing one. Use the red magic line as a guide. So we're going to talk about that, why red magic line is so important. So I just want to give you guys an idea. So what is this Magic Trader? Magic Trader is nothing but risk analytical system. So we analyze the risk every step of the way, every candlestick, and software talks to you, right, in a sign language or a symbolic language. And that's what we got the patterns. There are 500 plus new inventions. You don't need to know everything. You keep it simple, then eventually we'll learn all the secrets there. And we urge people not to go crazy and try to learn everything overnight. This software has a 15 years of miles tested in a real time, all right? And it has a lot of evidences all over the place. So you could still stay another 15 years trading with it. So don't try to rush. That's the best I could tell you. Also, this is based on 8 dimensions. Today, we don't have time to go through. We have other webinars already done. Please look at those videos, right? Or YouTube channel, MetaStock has it, and you will know what those 8 dimensions are. Now, why we invented Magic Trader? Same Jap, Kelly, and all people, when they were with Reuters, we used to travel all over the country many times in a week. And it used to put me a lot of stress. In the nighttime, I'm tired, and I got to do trading plan and call broker next day. And it was painful for me to do traditional way of trading plan. I wanted to do something I could see in a second. And I know what to do, and I don't need to lecture myself for the 3 hours of trading plans. That's what we used to do, right? You have 10 positions. It takes about 2-3 hours to do trading plan, and by the time market opens up, everything is changed, right? Futures all of a sudden turn, so all your trading plan goes out of window. So I wanted to do something unique, and I figured out. And every time we're talking about money made or lost. So I wanted to do everything related to the risk. And that's how Magic Trader was created. While we were even starting with the FXTA, I was contemplating on my mind. And I was also in 2006 started trading live with the Magic Trader. And a couple of institutions I did help, and especially Bear Stearns, because they're one of the fund manager, right? I was recommended to solve his problem because everyone else was losing money, and he was too. And we put Magic Trader to the test, and it was not developed like this. That was the first version, actually. And by the end of the day, he was the only guy making money. And then they went broke anyway. So Magic Trader life started as an institution application, not in retail, except what I was trading. Now, Magic Trader is deep. We're not going to go into the explain, but there are different color of fishes here. That's how all these colors you're going to see on a chart. Don't get intimidated. You could eat one goldfish or an Oscar or whatever you want, or tuna, one at a time every day, and there will be still more fishes left. So also, I really designed based on these 2 concepts in my mind, that I love galaxy. I get fascinated with this. It's like a never-ending kind of thing. So I took that as well as the ocean, put it together, and that's how it is. Outside, it looks simple. You could make it as simple as you want to, or it gets really application for the institution where they want to do things which you normally do not know. So software can do all kind of stuff. Now, the basis of Magic Trader is the FXTA was patented based on a cumulative desire to buy and sell the securities. This particular Magic Trader is based on when people believe, not desire. People can desire everything they want, but they don't pull the damn trigger. Here, when people pull the trigger, we somehow figured out how to know. And instantly, everybody's kind of force coming together, and that's what Magic Trader does. And Jeff will tell you later on, they had a real, what do you call, time had to spend 14 months. Even after I gave every formula, I had it. And their programmer had to go to real-time work non-stop, 14 months. That tells you the story. It's a lot of work has gone into that, and that's why it's working, in my opinion. It may not be working for somebody, but if you pay attention, you could do actually better than normal traditional indicators. Now, the basis is on a believeness when people believe it. And the magic lines were designed first. The line in the sand, there is a little diagram here on the right hand side, if anybody can see it. So there is a green line and a red line. Those are not moving averages. We took a different route because moving averages are lagging indicator, and they were originally designed for futures market. They were not designed for other things. So basically, I took a different route, and initially everybody deals with open, high, low, close prices, but I convert into something which I have no bias after that. So software can do independently all the areas of the risk around this magic line. So this become like a line in a sand, the green line, and the red line also works as a stop level. So that's about it. So that's the beauty about this software. And when magic line crosses on a bigger time frame, we're going to see today. You could see within minutes, makes huge amount of move, huge. And we're going to do on a crypto what happened. It's like crazy. So now this is, anybody can learn it, and this is the simplest it gets it. So we have believers. So as I stated before, believeness concept, I wrote the definition, but Googling those things will not help you because this was first time created. So when people believe, that means be going higher or lower. So if you are going higher, then means you believing you're going higher, right? And same thing applies to the opposite. So when bullish believers are ready to pull the trigger, right? There is a direction line gets formulated, then there is a magic health. So we created and patented this health indicator because I was always fascinated how this doctor put a stethoscope and they know what the hell is going on inside. So I wanted to know, right? And when I go for EKG and all this crap, I wanted to mimic that. So I wanted to know internal health, all these things happening inside the security. I don't care what people say, but the chart don't lie. So that's why it was created. And that was very complicated, looks simple. And Jeff can tell you 3 months for them to put it together. Miles and miles of formulas. So it took a lot of pain. And that's the health of the security. We spent a lot of years to figure out. Now, data spike, it gives you that the entry points, right? So it's very important. And pure health. So out of the health, we want to know which is the purest time. So we could make decisions. So that gives you that purity. because I believe in soul, pure soul. So that it came from actually. So a lot of things, spirituality, astrology was embedded one way the other way inside this software. But that's what I believe, all this stuff. Now, time risk is the most important thing. So I really wanted to have tied up with a time related risk. So that's where it came from, time horizontal risk. We, we call them as a ribbon, but not all ribbons are same. Now, anybody went to school, they could see this vertical line, which is a green line. That means we're going in a green direction. Then these two parallel lines, and there is a dotted line. The dotted line is a zero line, and these two parallel lines, one is the purple line and one is the blue line. That's what you have to observe on a chart. If they are parallel, we're going in a bullish direction because we are above blue dotted line. It's very simple to recognize. Now, vertical, this triangle, dotted one, we call as a spike. And the spike starts forming in a 3 different time frame. Time frame means 3 periods. So if it is a 60-minute, within 180 minutes, it will start and formulate completely 3 hours. But it starts showing you very earlier the left-hand side, and then it gets pivoted in the middle, and pivoted means pivoted in the middle, and then this leg forms. So you have enough time to sense it. We are going long, and you could make decision a little bit quicker instead of waiting 3 hours when things are already in the place. Now, the vertical line with the same color but little thinner line is the pure health. We're going to go over in the chart pretty soon. So just try to learn academically. And this is called ribbon. That is a horizontal time risk. So these are the foundation of this software. You have to learn these, and it's very simple to learn if you have gone at least to high school degree and recognize how to see the colors. I think we learn in kindergarten, but at least I give people benefit of doubt to a high school degree, so they cannot have argument with me. I didn't go to school, but at least high school. Now, same thing in opposite direction. So we're not going to spend much time, but when people believe we're going to go down, software figures all out. So this same vertical line, but red color, then in this case, the blue line, dotted line, is above the purple and blue line, right? And we're going to go to the values on a chart. So I just want people to give a little bit heads up what to look for on a chart. Simple things. And same way, red spike, we call it a spike here, right? And thin red line and ribbon. That's what you need to learn as far as you are concerned when you come in, right? Instead of learning everything, practice that. And we have a scanner, right? You could scan everything, and Jeff later on going to show you, right? So you could scan every component. So this way you can't go wrong. You just have to put it together. Now, I compare both side by side so people have another chance to visualize again. And all those things which I talk about is in the middle of the page. On the left-hand side is all bullish. On the right-hand side is bearish. It's the same thing you looked at, but different angles. So this way you could compare. So when you go on a chart, what do you have to look for it? Very simple. Now what we introduce here is a catalyst. Later on, I'm going to talk a little bit about catalyst. Catalyst, these things, right? There are 3 items. When you see on a chart, you want to go bullish, you have every single thing in a place, right? On the left-hand side, all vertical line, parallel lines, spike, and another thin vertical line, and ribbon. And if you see one of those, or sometimes 3 of those, how you see them? In Explorer, because there are 12 columns and 3 of those, suppose they're showing these 3 items there. That's an explosion. We're going to the moon. That's how you feel at that time. And people use that phrase in our alert room that we are going to the moon because there are catalysts. besides news and everything, the software knows, right? We cannot guarantee. Before all this thing happened with a turquoise bar, that came from my first invention, but it is much different, right? Because I learned a lot of things from first product. So yellow bar is a new invention and a neutralization bar, right? Which is very powerful. And I always wanted to know on a Wall Street, when is the time I could pinpoint down every candle I'm trading, whether it's a daily, weekly. On one hand, all these bearish believers running away and convert into the bullish. I could not do with traditional any indicator. So I finally figured out. And you have neutralized ribbon, right? That is an explosion, right? And that neutralized candle happens on both sides. That's why they are here. They are here, one here and one there. So when you see black candle and somehow it moved, it's okay. You better pay attention. And people are, and hopefully somebody's going to talk today, they have time, they could tell how powerful it is. So 6 items are called catalysts, and right and the left are the same chart you look at it. So you need those catalysts for, for your confidence. Now what we did it here, I put it in a highlight form, which you already have it in your software. So in that case, how to look at them? So every single item up to this middle line are catalysts. Every single item at the bottom, either they are basic price preceptors or advanced price preceptor. So when you see here capital letter, or here is the regular letter, right? They are not capital. So regular letters A, B, C, D, E, F are basic price preceptor, and corresponding color is stated in your right hand side. So these are the 6 basic price preceptors. Now, let's talk about certain things. When I institutionally traded, what I see in this color, so prices are going down and institutions will start buying even though prices are dropping, and they will turn around the ship. Many times they are wrong, but you could see when they're starting, right? And magic line becomes a guide actually when ship is turning. So you're going to see the Bailey formation on a magic lines, and on the left hand side you will see this color often. That means institutions are throwing money to turn the ship. So we selling and they're buying, and that's how they make a lot of money, and they don't care. They got plenty of money. So even on a currency, I have seen euro. They will keep throwing it and they will turn around the whole thing. They come with the billions on a trading desk. They call yard. They come in a couple of yards at a time, right? Swiss Bank, Swiss National Bank, they will not let Swiss go. They get beat up too. But so many times when they come in, they keep buying even the price is going down. And eventually they stabilize because people invest a lot of money in Switzerland. Black, blue, whatever the money they're putting in there. So you could see a lot of green bars at that time. Now this color is a bright green where all institutions, big, small, everybody get together and keep buying. And this is my favorite time. And you could scan all of these things. All catalysts you could scan, all price preceptors you could scan. Then everybody knows that broker calls, hey, right, buy Microsoft. Everybody's buying. Then you're going to see the green, dark green color. So that's what you're going to see on a chart. Then purple line. This is kind of dual kind of indicator of the price preceptor, this color. And you could go long or short. In the chart, I will probably explain to you better. So this is dual functionality candle color. Then you have this brown color. That means big institutions start selling. And usually this is below the red magic line and green magic line, and they keep selling. These are my ideal spot to buy put options, and software does have dual kind of expert. So you put your option expert and you will see put sign, put plus, put plus plus. That means plus plus means it's even stronger. We're going down. So you got to look for those things, and you could scan them too. So we give 39 scanners, and there are some traded days. Not even enough. 39 times even 10 items in there. 390 ways you could trade, and it's still not enough for them. They want everything now. They were happy with 5 ingredients. Now they become PhD degree in that. We have somebody here, look at maybe 500 charts every day, and that trader wants everything. Now red color is for bearish. So all small, large, all institutions selling at that time, including us. So we are late in the game on the number 6, because until now, people did not knew that price has a 6 different sections. So we filed the patent, we got it. Nobody came up with this idea, and we pinpointing down there in real time. It seems to be working, been tested, real time, real money, and they work in a sequence. They go out of sequence too, and then market straighten them out. So please try to pay attention. So usually we are all geared to think buy means green, sell means red, and there is no thing in between. It is not true. This is the first time we dissected even buy and sell in a 6 different sections, and I went beyond that, right? So this came as a gift for this version, because some of the traders insisted me, right? Because I love them, right? So we give it to Jeff. Was nice enough. All right, we'll give it to them. Last moment we change our mind. Jeff will tell you how much pain it causes, but this is what public wants it. We try to give the power to little guys. That's what we are trying to do, whatever we can, but we can't give them everything. So we compromise, right? So when you see A1 capital, these are all advanced price preceptor. The colors are the same. The theme is they give you setups. So multi-confirmation happens. Everything is good. We believe it will be going down or up, but we want more confirmation of good risk. Either we going up or down. It doesn't matter. It's a good risk for buying, good risk for selling. They believe strongly we going higher. So advanced price preceptors are very important, and institutions loves them. I figured all this thing out from my experience, and you could trade even options with their advanced price preceptor. We have a scanner for that too. So we have taken a lot of information, how institutions make decisions. That's how it's all designed into the software. Now we're going to talk about the most important thing today, and we want to go on a chart. I'll give you very quickly some rundown of the cryptos. Everybody is a master, I guess, on foreign currency, and this is a theme, and I get a lot of requests for this thing. So what I did, we use Icon. I love this platform, or Refinitiv platform. I shortlisted a bunch of things, stocks, ETN, index, mutual funds, right? Everything. And that's what I was doing for many hours today and yesterday, and created. And Jeff will tell you how do you get those things. It took me 8 to 10 hours to figure out all this stuff. It was painstaking, believe me or not. After we give it to you, it's not a big deal, but just go and do it. Now find even Icon platform or a MetaStock platform is painful. And I wanted to categorize. So you're going to get all these things together, but I like to be detail guy. So if I want to know what the hell is going on with the ETFs, I could sense it. The most important thing people missing today, that I'm trading this ETF. In the ETF, there is a major holding. First 10, 15 holdings are the major holding. And they're putting a lot of money in those things and allocations. And that's what we did it, right? So instead of just ETF trading, go beyond that. So what I did is I made a list of the major holding into those ETFs. And if we are trading options and institutions are buying, what do you expect to do? You don't need to be scientists to figure out. So I also separated that the current one most ETFs are using. So there are 58 securities I bought it. Some people say, I don't trust crypto people. All right, but you could do like PayPal is one of them, Square is one of them, right? Microsoft now, right, on a gaming, right? So much application. So let me show you one of them. So this way you get an idea, the holding, right? And before that, let's talk about the ETF. I'll give it to you. I have it here. So ETFs are my favorite because institutions are investing a lot of money. One of them, it's a GBTC. I missed the entry and I kick myself up, right? Because I don't like to chase it. Everybody around me knows that. I let go, I'll find something else. But I'm not chasing anything until my setup comes in. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble, right? Even though it's a trend is up, but I'll be stuck there for 2 months sometime. I don't want to do that. So you got to wait for your entries. And Magic Trader has so many entries and exit. So basically ETFs, right? So what they're doing here, they are, these are the funds that invest in a companies involved in a transformation of business application through development and use of blockchain technology. They are the funds that tracks the performance of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies through futures contract. Now, right now, you could get a lot of future contract on a future brokers, and Ethereum just added right in the last couple of weeks, and Bitcoin futures are excellent, right? And people are buying a lot of futures from the institution side. So two ways you could get involved. So if you are in love with Microsoft and they are putting money on a blockchain, then buy Microsoft. Nobody's telling you no, right? So another thing I want to tell you, I spoke to CFTC and NFA. There's a lot of confusion happened because of the last administration being liberal. So now they got something in their hand and they are looking to figure out from Congress who's controlling cryptos, right? Because the currencies are handled by CFTC, most likely they will handle it. And it is true, whether it's regulated or not, anybody's doing Ponzi scheme, fraud, they could go back unlimited amount of year, just like they did in a Forex, and they could put you into orange suit. So try not to do things which is not regulated. Any product or any party which is not regulated, stay away from them. You may not like me what I just said because the whole world is doing it. Listen, ask the guy from Ripple what is happening with him, right? And I don't think they're winning the case. That's how I heard. Hopefully their lawyers do a good job. So why would you do business with people who are not regulated? Go to ETFs and buy those companies. I'm not recommending anybody. That's the least resistance. You don't want to make the regulators mad at you. You go with things what they wanted, so you stay out of the trouble. Now, what I did is I created some history when they started. You could see here, right? A lot of ETFs were started, right? Couple of names are there, familiar names, ProShares, right? Then Bitwise came from nowhere. Grayscale, which is a darling of all the funds today in the United States, at least. A lot of money coming into this one. Started with $9-10, right? And now it's around $50. So these are the earlier comers. So look at here. It started like a penny stock, right? It's still on a pink seat. They're doing a couple of, I think they're going to do $100+ billion. So just think about it in 3-4 years where they are. So this is the growth of cryptos, but these are the regulated entities. So I would urge people to go with where your account is safe. Sending money overseas and those brokers run away, then you will cry. Now, these are a bunch of ETF. Jeff is going to announce it. I just want you to know those names are there, and we have everything in a scanner also. So I just want to give you an idea, because some people have no idea what the ETFs looks like in a crypto. Now, this is what I did it. So as I mentioned before, the holdings is more important. So you could read all these things. This changes, right, every day. This is a little bit older, few months older, right? So basically, the important part, what you're going to be looking at, once you find a crypto ETF, go and Google, or Reuters has so much data. You don't need to go on Google anything. I just go on a Reuters platform. What are the holdings? And I get my accurate information, not some kind of Joe Blow putting cut and paste somewhere, right? And it came to a point, right? On the internet, there was a symbol for one of the ETF, right? And yesterday night, I was struggling, right? Couldn't find the symbol. Then I read on a Reuters some old news. So the fund, year ago in 2019, they discontinued. That's why I couldn't find the symbol. But I searched on a Refinity platform and I got my answer. So I like to use that very much because, you know, it's a pretty good platform. Now, out of all these things, Reuters has some kind of deal. I don't want to get into that. Digital asset tradable indices. Most of you did not even knew about it. I bring it to my alert room because alert room be training people to become a professional trader or institutional trader. So we just want to cut down the chase and they learn these things right. And this is one of those things. Now, what I want to discuss here is these three items. Right? We're going to talk about it and we're going to apply those 5 ingredients on them. Right? I want to start people to seeing here how we could find where the money is going. They all look bullish, but where it started, who's following who? Today, you're going to do with me, right? And magic lines performing, and they will tell you. The setups, entry setup will tell you who's leading who. So these are very important symbols, right? And this company, MVI or MV, is from Germany, Reuters, whatever the deals they made, it, you could ask Jeff Givey. But we're getting those information, and these are tradable indices. I checked twice. Institutions are trading. So you think that institutions don't do nothing? They're ahead of that. And Jeff will tell you, right, that Reuters is ahead of everybody, but they don't talk so much. They already have everything. So don't underestimate them. That's why we hang out with them. So basically, a lot of things you could compare. It's on an Icon platform. I urge people to go there. 25 currency you could compare, 5. So there is a whole non-yard. They do it, and people who like VWAP, they also get their share here. So symbols, Jeff is going to give it to you, and these are the raw symbols. What you need to put in a MetaStock platform, Jeff is going to give it to you, what do you call information, how you get it or who's getting it. I don't get involved with those things. I just give it to him what he wants. Now, this is what is my favorite. Institution, right? MVIBTC. So I see what is happening with that index, what institutions are following. So I follow them. So often I put on a Magic Trader all these things, right? Even though I'm not too big in a crypto, I'm waiting for a lot of regulators to step in and I'll pay the price. It's okay. So I could live another day instead of violating anything. So pay attention to those things. And I wrote down all these symbols here. Now, this is the comparison Reuters do for you, right? Look at here. So which currency or cryptocurrency is moving higher? Look at the purple line. Ethereum doing better than everybody. So this is what you should be chasing based on this. It's still no guarantee you're going to make money, but Reuters gives you this thing as a part of service. Why won't you use it? And me as an engineer, I love it. There are a few people here also are engineers. They love it. So you need to take some time instead of just chasing things, analyze, not too much, but look at the chart. We don't need to be scientists to every movement to figure it out. It looks good, it's going higher, and put that Ethereum on a Magic Trader, and you get the entries and risk and everything is there. But why should I chase BTC if I have 678% performance? That doesn't mean it's going to keep on going, but look at the Magic Trader. That tells you all the story, what is really happening inside Ethereum, right? So you could compare a lot of things just by looking at these simple things Reuters does for you. So these are the BTSP, those are the symbols, but we don't need to go, what do you call, too much hardworking people. We have BTC equal symbol, we put it in, it automatically pulls out BTSP by itself. But I don't know the deal, but Reuters has all things to do with these kind of companies. There are a bunch of those, right? They are on icon side. So please pay attention to those things. Now, Jeff is going to talk about the alert service, but I just want to tell you guys, these are the milestones. We achieving a lot of milestones. Even we keeping track of the group growth since we started. We got about 2,500 people in group. So Jeff is going to talk about all this stuff, but we have competition going on, right? So we already have one competition done. There are 3 winners, right? And we go very hard knock school to evaluate them. Evaluation takes 3 to 4 Saturdays and 2-3 hours each. Every trade they did it, we analyze. So how mistakes they were making, why they made a mistake, and make a lot of notes. So this way they get confidence about trading better. So we're going to have Eudania talk, but I want to go straight to the chart for a few minutes. I want to explain people a lot of things. And we had this chart, so I just don't want to be wasting much time, but coronavirus came in and we keeping track because of thanks to Reuters. So this is the 2020 January. Just look at here, and I'm going to explain those things. And magic lines crossed here somewhere, and they were telling we're going to the moon, so virus is going crazy, right? And we knew it's keep on going. Look at this. I'm not going to spend much time, but we're going to explain to you in a graphical form on the cryptos. But look at this here. The magic line cross and keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And Magic Trader has a forecasting capability. The blue circles is telling that we are going to make new highs. So more people are going to die. We knew it, right? Previous administration were, oh, it's going to come down. We knew this is all not good, right? We knew it's going to even getting worse because of magic lines and all this forecasting capability. So Magic Trader has a forecasters there. It tells you we're going to go higher or low. You don't need to be scientific to figure out. So I had a fun watching the chart, but not fun watching people dying. But fun mean in a way, this White House, previous one was not having Magic Trader, I guess, right? So people dying, we can have a fun, but painful, in a way that people were not giving the right information from wherever they were talking about, right? So they were make fool out of themselves, I guess. I'm not a politician, I don't care, right? But we looking at the chart don't lie. And people were dying, it's shameful. How people can make statement, no, everything is fine. So I don't agree with those things. So because we were watching the chart, look at this here, going to the moon. They tried to suppress here, right? And Magic Line said, no, the red line, we didn't close. Even today, we did not close below this red Magic Line. That's your real deal. So I'm just giving you a preview. Look, here they tried to bring it down because they were vaccinating and whatever, right? So, but it is even getting worse. Magic line, look at this slope. It's like unreal. And these are not moving averages. So we're going to start here. Let's show you, our application of those 5 ingredients right here. So this vertical line you saw is right here. Then 2 horizontal line is 2 here. Then spike is here. And then a vertical line, thin one is here. and the fifth one here. You look at that, and you know the virus is going to the moon, and they're going to kill more money and more and more people. So why would you listen to other people? And magic line, look at here, clear cut, right? So those 5 ingredients application is so easy. You eyeball it. They all have to be in that vicinity, and you're good to go. And we knew it, right? It's bullish in the main. The deaths are more or infections are more. So real life is very painful, but this administration did not had magic trader. Everybody in our room knew about it, right? And hopefully the Udania party can tell you we were showing this thing to people in our room. And look at here, it's a sad for being a human, right? Here, look at here. It is true there were derivatives created, God knows who told them, but they were going long betting that virus is going to go to the moon. And the institutions were investing in those derivatives. It's unreal. So here people are in suffering, and they were going to the moon in that, they're betting against that. So look at here. It also told you virus is spreading higher. So these ingredients and the advanced preceptors are here. Look at this here, advanced. So we just talk about it, right? These are the real application on Corona. It's unreal. And look at this here. And keep on going for months. Let's see what was the date here. In 10-1, when administration was telling, oh, everything going down. No, it's not going down, even though people were betting that it is going to go higher, these infections. This is unreal. But Magic Trader figured out. It is also true. We tested a few things like this, right? Magic Trader, suppose we have a data of, say, 1 year of data, how many babies are born. We could practically tell you how many babies will be born next year. We have the technology. So that's why once you have about 200 some data, 250 data, 1 year of data, we could also predict many things here. Look at here. So now it was slowed down a little bit here. We call neutralization, right? Already talks all this, right? Now the vaccine came in, right? Around 2021, right? So some effect, but look here, it started going back again. So this is the crazy part of it. Now, look at here, we are on a tail end. I could feel it here. And all of a sudden, the purple candle started coming. It can go either way. So these are some of the practical application. We are using it, right? Not money-making kind of thing, but at least what is going to happen. So we want a couple of things to mention you, Magic Health and all stuff. Let's see here. If I could show you what it should be. Kind of, I'm looking for the area where you could see quicker the dotted line right here. Look, this is what I was talking before. There are 2 lines parallel, means this line is a purple line and this is a blue line, right? Those should be parallel, right? So the value on that is a number 4, right, on a scale here. So that means, even though it's a bad thing to talk about it, but people who are investing money, they're playing this instrument maybe. So for them, it's bullish. So for them, it's good. And here it's a blue line. So that is value 1. So that is good for those people who are going in opposite direction. And for us, it's a sadness. But while you are a trader, they don't care what they're trading with, right? But you could see the practical application. This is not what we trade, but a lot of people write those derivatives. For them, it's a money-making machine. For us, it's a sadness. So you could see here the pure health of the indicator. So pure health of this indicator was looking good at the bottom. So if you are, suppose, trading a crypto, whatever you're trading it, the things are the same. Magic Trader is designed to do anything. So this coronavirus will give you an idea. If we can analyze coronavirus, it can analyze anything. So I need people to start thinking that software application is humongous and you could become smarter. And it takes 10 minutes to understand. We have people now, in a matter of seconds, they analyzing. And when they started, they said, oh, it's not possible, right? So there are reports, they analyzing 600,000 some stocks in a matter of hours. All right, so let's go here. The most important thing is these 3 indexes, which comes from Reuters side, and the symbols are here. So what I did, I took a daily chart and create a template or a layout, whatever you want to save it as. So now I want to show you how we could exploit those things. So first of all, we apply those 5 ingredients on every single of them. So this is a large cap cryptos such as BTC and all other happy stuff, Ethereum and big guys. So this is for them. So here, large cap is LC. Last 2 words are LC, means large cap. And then mid cap is MC here. So that's a mid cap. And small cap is SC. The reason why we're going to exercise how you could trade those cryptos based on these indexes, because this is an institutional product and we want to follow what institutions are doing it. Otherwise, we are on a wrong train. Even going long where you should be putting money. And that's what I want to establish in a few minutes. And you could do very quick. First of all, everybody see these 2 lines going to the moon. That's what I love it. Everybody's going to the moon here. These are the magic lines. And we'll get to that point. Let's finish first 5 ingredients. So 5 means 1 vertical line. 2 lines are parallel. Spike is here, green, right? And 1 vertical line is here and green ribbon is here. So what if you don't know what to do? What I do, I eyeball it. You don't need to, right? You put a vertical line and that's your entry. And look what happened after that. Same thing applies to other ones, right? And I'm going to draw lines on all 3 of them so you get an idea. So this is the first one. They all match. Match means not necessarily vertically, but on the left-hand side, you could see here, right? I don't know why it's not doing it. Hold on a second. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we have vertical line here. Then on the left-hand side, we have spike. We have this green line and that. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the other one, all 3 of them. Then we're going on a catalyst. So everybody's clear? Yep, we could ask people they're clear or not, because I'm keep on going. I have no idea. Jeff, you cannot, if you have feedback, let me know. I'm going to continue. So now we draw the lines where 5 ingredient match on each of these large cap, mid cap, and a small cap. So let's see the dates, right? So MetaStock did a great job. We could check the dates here and see what is going on here. Either you put on a line and you get a date. So it is 201. So large cap was telling the setup on 201, right? 203, sorry. And this is daily chart. So let's see here. 128, few days earlier. And 128. So what it tells you the story, right? Who was the first one here?
Hey, Peter.
So, Yes.
I'm sorry, this is Greg. In lieu of Jeff, I just want to let you know there are no questions. You have a very, very attentive audience, but they're a little shy
Okay.
this afternoon.
Oh,
I'm
perfect.
enjoying it.
Thank you very much. All right, I'm doing okay, but I'm happy you took a lead. All right. So what did transpire here that mid cap and small caps are leading and pushing the large cap. Large cap is followed by the institutions because little guys don't have that kind of money. So they are kind of late in a game. And now it doesn't matter what people are telling, the entry points institutions are making based on they have better things than I do have it. But the catalyst telling me the story. They are the leader in this race. So people are investing rapidly on a smaller one instead of chasing bigger time frame or bigger cryptos because they do not have that kind of money. So now we talk about catalysts. So these are the obviously on the chart, but the real picture is when you scan them, you will see in Explorer behind that maybe a black bar or yellow bar, but yellow bar is always in a front because that's how we sequentize. That doesn't mean the other bars are not there. So MetaStock Explorer, you could see all these things in front of your eyes. So when you are seeing turquoise bar, there could be another bar behind the scene, right, in your Explorer. You got to pay attention to that. But obviously, turquoise bar is continuation of the trend or it's a catalyst to go higher. So that invention here also is very powerful. And that was your entry and a 5 ingredients matching. And you enter into smaller ones and look for similar things on the chart. So now you're following the big guys. Also, you're following the trend developed there. People just asking other people, we giving the power to the Magic Trader subscriber that you could learn this thing yourself. You don't need to ask anybody. So that's what we are trying to do here. Take away institution power and taking away your money. We do also have some past communication from a big investment bank, right? I have mentioned that name before, that we should get rid of our analysts because you know better than we know much in advance. That was a great comment in earlier days, right when I needed. So these are the reasons we could identify where the explosion is going to happen. The turquoise bar functions that way. Now the turquoise bar is here. The application is when it's magic line trending and the turquoise bar came in, right? It is the continuation of the trend. And you could see the health. It's perfect health. Everything bottom, look at the purity. Everything looks great. So you don't need to be fear investing, looking at these kind of chart. There is, of course, will be losses. There is no guarantee, but your stop could be here, right? Could be here. That's what institution does, right? So this line is dynamic. It changes every day in this case, and you got to pay attention to that. And as long as it does not close below it, we're good to go. And I like to have magic lines in angle, and if stays in angle, you're doing good. You don't need to be chicken out. And look at here, nice and easy moving. And look at the advanced price preceptor, C1, C1, C1. These are your pinpoint entries. And you could scan them on a Magic Trader. In Explorer, if Jeff has the time, he will show you where it is. Right? So you don't need to be scientists to do all the analytical work, which I was spending hours and hours. Now we don't need to do that. If we miss the board on a Turkish bar, so what? Everything else is looking great. Everything, all right, in a left-hand side, all the 5 ingredients still matching. So keep on going. And now here is the forecasting. It tells you we're going to go to the moon. It says Magic Trader earlier highs. When we went with a regulator, they want me to use such a language. So earlier is telling you maybe software is telling you we're going higher. No guarantee. And what is the 3.3 here or 3.5? Is the risk on a scale of 1 to 6. 3 is the designator and 5 is the risk. It's higher. Look at the people taking so much risk and keep on going. That doesn't mean that it is going to fail or it's going to keep on going. It tells you warning with a red color. You're taking too much risk. But look how people are going crazy, right? This is your famous pullback. Look at the little pullback and they keep buying. It's on a fire. Normally, this dotted line is 6.0. Then after it becomes riskier, look where they're going. 7, 7.5. They keep on going. Another thing I want you to look at. So here is a 5.5. Here is around 7.5. So here is 7.5. If we have to fall, who goes first? These are the guys going to go first because this has a room to go still. So now look at this slope here and look at this slope here. So little guys are going to also, if it falls, they're going to get trapped into that. So risk management side, yes, it is good we went earlier. At the same time, right, risk is higher for the little guys. And they look like identical here, right? Looks that way, but this has a lot of entries, the mid caps. And look at here. And it's still showing we're going to the moon here. Look, at one point, risk gets higher and higher. They're going to turn around. And how we know? They get either direction line here, right? Or spikes start forming. So as I was telling earlier, let me make one better spike somewhere. So you could see 3 different dates. So people who are a little bit skeptic, they get their answer for the spike. I have to get a clear spot like this. Look here. There are 3 days in formation, 10:01. This should be 10:03. 10:05 because we were having weekends. But let's see here. 9:24. And 28, 3 days in between it takes to formulate it. And this is your anchoring point here. So you have plenty warnings to get in or get out. So the spikes are designed that way. And there is a whole kind of explanation how the shifting works is in a manual. So you could see in a glance, once you get the software, look around. Okay, magic lines, green over red. They are not moving averages. You have vertical line, 2 parallel lines, spike, and a bar here, right? Rest is the history. Turkish bar came in, and we are still moving higher. Even though the risk was 4 on a scale of 1 to 6, Turkish bar replaced those anxiety, and they're telling you we're going to go higher. So they are designed to do a couple of functions. What is the bull doing? This is also catalyst. Look, bull after bull, 3 bulls. What do you expect to doubting and how much technical analysis you want to do? I don't. I look at the color and go. And that's what I love it. So now I could spend time with my wife. I could spend time with my subscriber. Otherwise, I had no life, right? And that's what this Magic Trader brought me into. You don't need too much analytical work. Even though some people say, oh, I don't want to scan. I'm lazy. I look at the chart and I just go in there. And in few seconds, I'm in. As long as my thing looks good, like the 5 ingredients, all right, I'm in. Catalyst here, catalyst here. You don't need to be scientists to figure it out. Now, what I want to do is, I want to show you where these crosses are, how long it's been happening. And Jeff can tell you also bar since function in the scanner, how long we could find from there too. So let's see, and what I did, one of them, I'm going to enlarge so people can see those magic line power. And you could see in less than 1 second, right from Explorer, how many bars it keep on going, right? And you don't need to be skeptic, right? Then you open up the chart and look at that. Look at here. The damn thing keep on going. Look at this here. This is where it starts. Confirmation of bulls taking over. And look who was buying it here. Institutions. So say for instance, somewhere here, it looks like it crossed. And they are not moving averages, so don't even get there. And entries doesn't need a cross. You could come right here using, as long as it close above the red magic line and you have fine grid. Oh, Peter, I don't have vertical line. Go on the left and see what happened here. Oh, Peter, it was so far. Who cares? Here is the spike. It's an entry. It says here, right? Magic entry. We are in a direction, right? We are on a right train. So why are you worried about where this train started in California or Washington, D.C.? Who cares? We have entry here. We go into that entry. Oh, we have a yellow bar and a bull. Oh, Peter, it did not close above it. We know it's a warning. And close above here, go in there. And then you got testing done on the blue line. What is this blue line? It is schedule risk lines. So it works like a clock. It works on a certain schedule. It shows up, right? And it tested it. They were right to test it. But how much was the drawdown? You don't need to wait whole day. You saw this color. Look at 60 minutes. It's going in the same direction. We probably come in somewhere here. Even though we come at here, who cares? It's testing the line. Right? And it's still green line. Institutions are buying. I love this situation because I could buy it cheap. And the number 3 is there. Right? And as long as it does not close below these lines, I'm okay. And it keep on going since then. So let's see how many people would be happy, right? What was the crypto or whatever these indexes when it happened? So we could do on any symbol you want. So this was roughly say here. Give people benefit of doubt. On 11/11/20, close price was 2055. People can put pencil and paper to work. Write it down because I don't remember what I ate 5 minutes ago. My memory is gone. So 11/11, we had about 2055 close. We always do follow close price because institution buys last 15 minutes. They make decisions. Look, it keep on going. It went down, right? You could chicken out here, doesn't matter. But institution don't stay in a trade. This is for institution. Look at here. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Where we are at? It is 7,348. 5,000 points in how many months? People get an idea. It can do with the stock. It can do with the future. Anything you want, including coronavirus, you saw it. So here, we don't need to worry about coronavirus because we are not going to trade that way. But there were some people, I have some kind of reports that people were betting way before Corona came in. They wrote $500 million instruments. Go and figure that one out. They were betting coronavirus will be here. It's all over there. I'm not making things up. It's on the internet. Go and find out. Who cares? As long as we could trade what we want to trade, right? Software has no bias. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? It's sad what we analyzed just in the beginning, but I wanted to make sure people understand that Magic Trader can evaluate anything which Reuters, Mother Reuters has to give me data. If I don't have a data, I can't do much. Reuters was nice enough when I contacted them. They gave me this app and I just click it and came in, right? And since then, I'm happy. And coronavirus, they were nice enough. offer me every country. So you could see what is happening in India, what is happening in Germany, so they can make a fool out of you. Africa, they have a bunch of those. That also was telling me all the economical cloud, we have it, right? I was calculating all this stuff in my mind that this party isn't over. I don't care what White House told people. So that tells you the story, right? You could make decision to take other risk or not. So that's what the applications are. So basically, what I want to show you a couple of things. So this is the way you could make decision. Now, once you get that, you will get the symbol, and it is also true. Let's find the cross here. And that also you could see when the confirmation of the entry came first time and what magic line was doing in this large cap, what date. So that also will tell you that mega trends are happening and who's starting. That is important for institution. So where the money went first, you could investigate with this software. That's why I did the comparison side by side. So let's see where the cross was here. And you could see this thing right from your Explorer, but I want people to visualize with their own eyes how the software behaving all this time. Look at this here. And you could do with every thing you want to trade, ever. As long as Reuters give you. It was 11 some month, right? Let's see what that happened here. This one was 1014, and I do believe that I wrote it down somewhere. Those dates when I was, hopefully I could find it. I could give you those dates, and when you get software, you could fool around with that. Okay, large cap was 1015. So 14 and 15 is the second day here. 1015 because when you cross, right, MetaStock software shows you 0 here. So that's your 0. 1015 was a large cap. Then 1110 was a mid cap. And 1113 was a small cap. So the confirmation came from large cap. The entry, the other side, right, now is speed up right now. The current situation is the mid cap and a small cap are moving faster, right? However, the beginning happened on large cap, then mid cap, right? And then on 1113, such a cross happened on a small cap. So now in the beginning, larger cap confirmed this, that we're going in there, and little guys followed them. Now little guys are going higher speed. So this tells you a lot of stories, right? Who has 7.8, 7.5? They have that. These people have large caps still have 5.5. So if we have to fall out, little guys can't to fall. No guarantee, but the chart's telling me. Or they're going to sideways, or they're going to, and large institutions are coming with the bulldozer. That's what it feels right now. 50,000 can go to the moon. We already knew it, right? We have institution side. I could predict with the levels. This is not much interactive. Otherwise, we have a bunch of people who are attending. They could tell you. And if you don't want to believe, how about you go on my Facebook and put prediction, look at the date, what levels I gave it there, and what happened few weeks later or few days later. And within very much close vicinity, we have those results predicted level. And this is the institution side, which I work with, right? So magic lines or magic trader, they have all some characteristic to do different functions. But I want people to see the power, right? And if you can recognize the colors, right, of the candle, you're good to go. You don't need to be a scientist to figure it out. So let's go and do something here on the Explorer side. I want to show you guys, because some of these people are eager to get that list, right, for crypto. And this is a list which is going to be revised as Reuters gives us more symbol. But what I did it, and once you get the total list, you could figure out yourself, right? Or if you are part of the alert room, I'm going to give it to them because they are being putting a lot of time. So what I did here, I categorized ETN, right? Then you could see here index, right? And mutual fund, which I have a tough time getting the data. I don't know what it's, I had to call tech support. But two stock, but that doesn't mean those are the only two stock. There are 58 here within the ETF, which I told you on a slide. You could look at it here, and there are 58 stocks. Let's see who they are. So at least you get that idea. Look at here. And this was the most painful for me to find the damn symbols, right? And now finally I got it, no errors. I tested, right? And these are the companies people are chasing. Institutions are chasing. So instead of chasing or on the internet, this guy buys this and that, these are the real money being chased by institutions. So why won't you do that instead of chasing everything? Facebook, look what happened recently to Facebook. It broke out 2 days ago. Look at what is happening. I think yesterday it broke out, something like that. But why the money, like PayPal, it's not stopping. Square, people going crazy because the money is coming from these people. They fund unlimited amount of money they raise. They keep on going. Finally, IBM wake up too, but I don't like it because chart doesn't like it. Chart are not good, so I don't like it. If the JD, look at the JD, MasterCard, MARA, this is one of the darling. We knew months in advance, all right? And these are the places people are putting real money, not your colleague is doing, right? Some low $2 stock going $4. Who cares? Because they come down same way and they never go back. So we need to see earlier stage if the institutions are putting some money in. And this is the list you decide with Jeff or whoever gets it. I don't get into those things, but I just want to bring it to your attention that look, Xilinx is being purchased by no other than AMD for $30 billion. Going to the moon. Too late, but just want to make a point here. So what we're going to do, we are going to use one of those kind of layout, which you get it with the software. I want to have one or two, so at least people get a little bit out of it, not just what we want to see. So what we're going to do, we're going to have here like one of these, like here, weekly, daily template. It comes with that, I do believe so. If it's not, ask Jeff how to get it. Because really, let's see, we put it here, ADB, Adobe. I was going to put Facebook, what we could get there. So we're going to open up a weekly, daily, and 60-minute. I forgot to put O. Okay. I'll put it here. It's very sensitive. I forgot to put O. Or I could have gone to the list. It was much better deal. So what are we going to do? ADOB, I think. Adobe. No.
Peter, I think it's ADBE for the symbol, but I'm looking it up for you.
Adobe.
I think it's isn't it ADBE?
ADBE, right? Right here.
Yep, that's it.
All right, so I do quick analysis, right? Right away, my eyes are, all right, from the left to right, right? What is happening? Look at here, there is some kind of, they're waiting for one vertical bar. Let's see, daily. Daily had all the five ingredients back in days kind of things. Now let's see 60. So 60 just overcome this two magic line, but it did not close above it. So it's risky. However, who's leading here? 5 minutes at the last moment, money came in, and look at the turquoise bar. So they are trying to pull right to the upside. Weekly is in your side, right? Daily is dancing because they're taking profits, right? Pull back, right? And who's doing this thing? Institution and neutralize. So they're taking profit and they're back in business again with a turquoise bar. So if I had to invest money, I will hold up until 60 goes into the right direction. That's my kind of analysis quickly. Now, let's see Facebook. I'm only doing crypto related, so this way we stay on a course here. And I could do currency also. Anybody has suggestion, let me know. I'll do a bunch of those, right? Look at here, same scenario. Now look at here, neutralization and neutralization, right? So we need to close above the green line here, so at least we stay positive. So here also similar kind of story, right? It's a mess, Facebook, but it did broke out yesterday from this situation, and Spike finished it. So they're ready to move. You could see here that we are up to 2 and 1. So we need a 4. So we got another day or two, right? They have evidences. Good things are happening. Look, yellow bar, right? Yellow bar is the warning sign that we are no longer going down, we're going up. That's what it does. Let me explain, I think, a bunch of candles here while we are here. And meanwhile, Jeff, you could ask a few questions. People have it, right? So I would like to do crypto, or we could pick up from the symbol. We have it. So
we're not getting a. Can you hear me okay, Peter?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay, we're not getting a lot of questions. However, let's see. We do have some comments. Dakari would say, I honestly would not know what to do without the 5 ingredients. It keeps me in check. He also says, Peter has posted multiple predictions, and we've used them as educational resources to visualize the power of each. No guarantees. Chad wants to know, let Peter know he's doing a great job. He's a good guy and an old friend. Thanks. And then we also had a question about, is this being recorded? Yes, we are recording this. It'll be available on our YouTube. If you're joining us, we'll send you a recording within about an hour of the end of the event with the recording. And that should catch us up on all of the questions, Peter.
The first question, what was the first comment or question? I missed that.
Dakari said, I honestly would not know what to do without the 5 ingredients. It keeps me in check, and I love it.
Oh, yeah, because he's a subscriber from day one, and now he become an expert. He's doing very well. So now here we go. You don't need to see, I don't know anything about what happened in a Facebook, right? I scroll the chart and look at it here. Look, 5 ingredients, vertical line, 2 parallel lines, spike, yellow bar, and everything good to go. And top of that, we have this color, which institution come with a boatload of money. We don't need to figure it out much. How much analysis we have to do? Anybody? Oh, most important thing. Let me enlarge this chart. All right. Some people will say, what the hell these lines are? Jeff, you want to do long term? Because I like to think like institution, because that's where I always look at the weekly, where are we going finally, right? And in the beginning of the month or at the end of the month, I want to see how it ended the month, because quarterly is too far into that. So if we have to put institutional money, weekly is great, but what it looked like on a monthly is more important or putting large amount of money to the work, right? You do 5, 10, $50 million a day. You're not going to have a good time if you don't realize to see bigger picture. But for little guy like us, it's not a big deal. So we could live with a weekly, right, and daily, and basically one needs to pay attention always, always on a bigger time frame, right? A lot of people do scalping and this and that, right? It's okay, but I still like to see what is happening in a bigger picture. That gives me confidence to stay or get out of the trade. I want to show you something, guys. Now, let's see in this particular case. See this here? These are the dynamic motion. Look at this here. Software figures out that we are going down, right? So you could see here, and it established these levels. So this bit Fibonacci, you cannot do that. It does itself. I don't have a bias plugged in. We wrote the formula, right? And MetaStock, what it calls, secured it. And this is one of the most powerful thing because it's automatically way in advance tell you where we're going to go. So you more or less wait for things to happen. We call them as a zone risk. That's a part of the vertical risk. That's what is the invention. So security now will be trading inside of those, and they are not equally spaced. It decided by software risk calculation. It figures out way in advance, right? So for instance, here is the date. Let's see which is the date where more or less they reset these levels. And this is very important for little guys. On 127, they reset this level. So let's see what happened. We were here somewhere, right? Let's see what happened. It did tell that we're going to go here, this level, and what happened? It did. Who came in here? Look at this color, counter cycle. Institution came in, turquoise bar, famous turquoise bar, then bunch of institution, then famous yellow bar, then we close above it, and we tested that, and yellow bar again, and 5 ingredients in place. So it works like a clock. All this level they will achieve, right? You could scroll through. Look here. I'm sorry. What the hell I did? Okay, look at here. Where I was. I missed it. When it fall here, I missed the date. Regardless where it is, doesn't matter. It reset here. Look here. All these new levels they achieved one by one, and this spike came in, and we get out. So at least you take a ride. You don't need to be scientists to figure out. Look, this is where institutions were selling. Magic line, red line is above it, and we close above it, right? With the turquoise bar and 5 ingredients came in. They all come from woodwork some reason because risks are lining up. You don't need to be scientists to calculate all these things. And look here, first time in history is happening, right? Bear, neutralize, and bull. Oh, black bar came in, and number 7, it's a bigger circle. Something happening in front of your eyes. Risk got neutralized, and the software is predicting we're going higher. How much more you want to learn? So you could start on a lower level. You don't need to become an expert. You don't need to learn all these things. And you could stick with few things, make few bucks, then you become an expert. The levels are already calculated. What else you want? In the MetaStock, also created an explorer. We could have these levels already in your explorer. So we made it life easier. Suppose you don't like to look at here on a chart, take it out and go on explorer and scan everything you can. And look here, what happened here? They were all achieved and more. This is like sometimes I'm wondering myself. There's not enough time to collect all the money. That doesn't mean you could make money all the time. You could lose too. One mistake you did not get out here, it can hurt you. Because we have a couple of traders in the beginning become greedy. And I told them, don't be greedy. And they got whacked like these because they were making last because they got to pay the bills, I guess. So they need electric bill $230. So they want extra $232, whatever. And they got into this spot. Why would you do that when software is telling you with this bear that we're going to get hammered? Another bear right here. And I do believe this was the time it market crash. Let's see here. Yeah, in January first week we knew, right? And I put on a Facebook a bunch of those diagrams, right? And we all knew it. If Dakari can put the comment, did I tell everybody all a bunch of things? Look at how many symbols were telling me going down before the crash happened. I don't know what else I can tell you. People started doing no right here somewhere, February. We knew right here, we're going down. So it's like a, look at this, put options. It's telling you buy the put. And it tells you what the risk is. Market ignored everything at that time. They keep on dying. And look, it started turning here. Step is power. And we started going higher. So basically, everything is in front of your eyes, and you have to pay attention to. That's it. Jeff, we have any question? Because I would like you. Then you have to talk, right? Because I talk enough now.
No more questions. Dakari says absolutely. We spoke about the crash months in advance, all in writing as well. So Shimori said, Peter definitely told us it was going to go down using the chart. So there you go. Eugenia looks like I cannot turn his microphone on. And I'm not sure why that is, but I don't have access to his microphone. I can't allow him to speak.
She cannot talk?
I can't. I do not have microphone controls for her.
All right, so I guess nothing we could do about it, right? Can we give it's unscheduled way, because Dakari has to verbally talk about the disclaimer. Probably, we could have him say a few things here.
Yeah, we can go with that. Let me look at Dakari. I do have actually access to Dakari.
Yeah, why don't you ask him if he is willing to do it? So we give him a shot.
Let's see. Let's see. Dakari, is that okay with you? Okay. I actually.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Dakari's working. How are you doing today, Dakari?
You could read a small disclaimer.
Okay, sure thing. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I got everything in place.
This was unscheduled.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's no problem. Well, thanks for having me unscheduled for sure. And I'll go ahead and I have my, my stuff on my laptop and everything, so I'll just pull it up real quick.
Hey, how are you doing today, Dakari?
I'm doing great. I'm, just weathering a little bit of this snowstorm here. So it's very.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
Oh, I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about a storm or something down there. Do you have? I'm glad you have power right now. I hear a lot of people are without power.
Yeah, that's actually same thing here. I actually don't even have internet. I'm actually on my phone. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so right now, yeah, I'm just bear with me for like one quick second, and I'll get everything squared
Yeah, we
away.
have one of our
short disclaimer so we could get going.
Right. So yeah, the storm's been very hectic. Let's see. All right. Again, thank you again for having me here. Let's see. All right, so ready to go?
Yeah,
sure.
All right. So obviously performance is all hypothetical here, and we do not promise any guarantees. Everything is for educational purposes only. I am not a advisor, financial advisor, or any licensed professional. So please do reach out to your licensed professional for any investment advice. So I am from Texas. My name is Dakari. I graduated from the University of South Carolina, and came to Texas here for about a year or so now. And so the snowstorm was something I definitely never expected to happen, but it happened. So this is just one of the many events. But on the bright side, I was able to be with Magic Trader for about a year and I want to say what, 4 or 5 months now, Peter? I think it's been somewhere around there. And so
4 months ago.
Yeah, the product came out some months ago for sure. For the product, when Peter was doing predictions, he had all the files and everything laid out for us on within the group. This is how we would participate in the same way. We would have webinars throughout the day, throughout the entire week, 4 or 5 hours out the week, talking about these predictions and things of that nature. So what would you guys like to touch on first?
Yeah, so you've been with Peter for a while. You like the 5 ingredients. What do you would you recommend people? What would you have to say about your experience with Peter in general?
Sure. Well, I would definitely have to say that Peter is definitely one that he's a very unique individual and is a very open-armed individual in supporting the little guys, people, that don't come from, maybe the most wealthiest, place or wealthiest family or whatever. He doesn't care. He will really take your experience and literally, he writes it all off. He wants to help you as the, new student of the group, really hold your hand through this entire process and really give you the real information that a lot of people aren't either teaching or a lot of people are kind of misconstruing. But he really lays it all out in a very simple way and keeps everything very clean cut. So I don't know, honestly, within this year, I wouldn't even, be thinking about trading if it wasn't for Peter. So he really.
So was Peter then your first experience with trading?
Essentially, yes. I've learned a little bit about options before I met him while I was in college, but as I'm in school, I don't have time for a lot of that stuff. So, but after I actually met Peter my senior year of college. So when I met him, I wasn't, in the markets or anything like that, but I actually started really, really trading after Magic Trader came out, and I started to, and I was learning from Peter from those months before the Magic Trader came out. So,
I'd say based on kind of the comments that you've put together today, that you'd say it's a positive experience. You'd recommend other people kind of at least try it out, see if it fits for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would, without a doubt. Honestly, I recommend anybody to really try this out first before you even knock it. And it may seem like Chinese at first, but that's always the case, right? You're never going to learn something like this in one day because there's nothing like this out there. And I can definitely wholeheartedly say that you know, this is one of the only places I've learned so much information in such a short period of time. I've never learned in this way. And with Peter's background, it's amazing how he can take all of that and all these, even, you know, from the basic stuff all the way to the advanced things. And he really breaks it down for you very, very simply. So the alert room, and subscribing to Magic Trader in general is something that I would really recommend people to try.
Can you tell us just a little bit about the alert room? Like how often you guys get together? Like what kind of stuff do you talk about? Just a little bit, maybe like a 30-second.
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, sure. So we literally meet up twice a week, right? Twice a week for, I would say, maybe 3 hours. And sometimes longer depending on the situation. But normally twice a week for 3 hours. And it's just amazing because you would think like, wow, only twice a week. And, but within those 3 hours, we cover so much information. We've talked about, advanced option trading. We talked about short interest, and I had no clue really how deep short interest was. I didn't even know what covering a short was and all that stuff. I didn't have any clue about none of that stuff before. And now, anytime before I'm looking into a security, I look at the short interest and I'm looking at the short cover days and all these things, but only because of the alert room. I mean, they wouldn't be under my belt if as tools to look at before I enter a trade. So so those are, I mean, just that alone are very, very heavy topics that we spent almost 2 and 3 weeks on. Countless amounts of notes that we all take. And what we do is Peter has a very unique way of having us participate, where we have the notes, we take the notes, and then we send them to him, and then we eventually all have those notes put together, and Peter will send it out to the people that participated. He really takes participation very, very seriously because it's the only way you'll learn.
Last question: do you feel like
you could ask him throughout the day, Dakari, how many messages you get on WhatsApp?
Oh my God, it's so many messages. It's probably, I would say, at least at minimum 10, on the high side, maybe like 15. And that's not including pictures and, and videos and things like that, because he really gives us his all. Like these are things that there weren't even promised beforehand. This isn't some typical, group that, some alert group that's just, posting, hey, buy this, sell this. And that's not what he does, because we don't practice that way. And that's not how it was taught. So he really just gives us all the information that we learn in the alert room to have us, put it together for ourselves to make our own decisions. And so those messages, it's so many at a time, but at the same time, they're so deep. And it's great because you can always go back and reference to what you need to know or, what you haven't seen.
All right. Well, we put you on the spot, Dakari. Good job.
No problem at all.
Stay
warm. Thank you so much for having me.
Stay warm. I hope you get some power back. And yeah, we have one of our IT guys down there right now, and he's without power too. So.
Oh no! Oh wow. Well, I definitely will, and I thank you for having me. And I hope it stays warm for sure. So definitely positive vibes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Steph, it's all yours if you want to show them Explorer and whatever you want to show them.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's go ahead and
take control, I guess.
I'm going to. Let's see. Let me make me the organizer. I think that worked out pretty well, Dakari. Good job. I always hesitate to put somebody on the spot like that. And Dakari, you did a great job. We appreciate you coming in. And I want to say too, that's not unusual for the feedback we get. People that kind of join the room and kind of get involved with Peter have positive things to say. The feedback has been very, very good. So I do want to talk a little bit about the add-on, show you a little bit about how it works. Peter did mention that it took us a while to kind of get this all put together. I think we had a couple of programmers working on it, and it took about 14 months, if I remember correctly. But let me go ahead and Peter, can you just verify that you're seeing MetaStock coming through, or can somebody verify that for me?
I see the charts on your screen.
Perfect. All right. So I just kind of want to talk about some of the elements about MetaStock that I enjoy, that I like. MetaStock, if you're not familiar with it, it is a product that we've been working on here in Salt Lake City, Utah, for since 1980s. It's a product that's been rated #1 in its price category for 25 years in a row. And like I said, with Peter, we've been working on with Peter for decades. And initially it was a product that was called FX Trader's Advantage. Now it's the Magic Trader. And I just want to kind of show a little bit about how everything kind of gets put together. And then I want to show scanning. One of the things I really like is once you kind of understand the color codings, it all becomes very, very kind of easy to understand in terms of kind of whether it's going up or going down, or kind of whether you have this yellow bar on here. But all of it's kind of, as you kind of get the price preceptors and the color coding, it all kind of comes together fairly well. And Peter's done a really good job of actually creating some training with it. Some of the things that I'd like to highlight real quickly is a couple of my favorite features inside of MetaStock. The first of that is actually going to be the expert commentary. So if I come in here to the expert commentary, I'm just going to click on view. Excuse me, I got the hiccups for a second, of course, right? Diving, expert commentary. You'll just notice that I'm just looking at the Russell 2000s for no particular reason. I just was looking at the indexes. This happens to be the chart I was looking at before we started the webinar. But right here, I've just opened up our commentary viewer. And you'll notice that we have a neutral bar. It's going from bullish to bearish. I'm going to go ahead and dock this over to the side here, which I can do just by doing this. And you'll be able to kind of see the thought that Peter's put into this product as he kind of invented it. It's very, very, and I'm just going to make it just a little bit wider so that the formatting looks a little bit better here. It's very, very detailed. So right here, a trader can find trade setups by observing the 5 ingredients. He goes through what they are. He tells you if they're bullish, neutral, bearish, bullish, or bearish. It gives you any warnings that he sees on the chart. We're all analyzing just so that you're aware. You see this little triangle that points down. That means that when we're looking at this chart, we're looking at this the latest candle. We can move that around just by moving the arrow around. For example, if I wanted to analyze this yellow bar, I can actually move to that yellow bar, and it'll give me analysis for that day. But in any case, it's going to kind of give us a summary of the ingredients. It'll give us direct details on the magic line, the health indicator components, the magic spectrum side, the pure health. All of that kind of stuff is going to be laid out for you. And one of my favorite things about MetaStock is the commentary, because it's kind of like having Peter there to kind of help you understand things and kind of help you put things into context and understand what's going on. And for people that might be new to trading, it's very, very helpful. I love showing the commentary because it does a really, really good job of analyzing things. The other thing I want to talk about is scanning. Marina had a question about how scanning works, and I want to show you how easy of a process that is with MetaStock. One of my favorite things as an option trader and a stock trader is, there's 4,500 optionable stocks, and that's certainly a number that's too big to look at. I think anybody can agree that if you have 4,500 stocks that you want to look at, you want to be able to go in and find a way to kind of prioritize that particular list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Power Console here and go ahead and bring it over here so you can see it. And what you're going to see is, some of the different options that are available. Peter's been playing around with charts. I'm going to play around with the scanner. So right here, the scanner is what we call the Explorer in MetaStock. It gives us that ability to go in and do scans. There's certainly a wealth of explorations. I'm going to go through kind of some of the numbers of things that are included in here, but it's a huge amount of Magic Trader explorations that are available right here. I've actually favorited a few of them to show you here, maybe kind of like a what-if scenario. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, give me just a second. All right. what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually say, okay, what I want to look at is stocks that might have a bullish magic line. So on a monthly basis. So you'll see right here, I've actually made a favorites list of the magic lines monthly. I'm going to go ahead and select that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just select the cryptos lists that we've got. Okay, so these are the lists. If you want to get a copy of these lists, Peter spent some time putting them together. He actually did all the hard work. I just actually copied them into my MetaStock program. If you want a copy of the list, all you have to do is drop me an email. My email is Jeffrey, Jeffrey, .gibby@metastock.com. I'll send them to you. But I've selected all of those cryptos lists. So we've got the cryptos, we've got the indices that he was talking about, the ETFs, the ETF holdings, and then the stocks crypto list. And what I'm going to do is all combined, there's probably about 117 of those. So I'm going to go ahead and start the scan. Okay. This is going to go through all 117 of those for me. Where is it? Let's see if we can find it. Oh, here it is. It's just on a different screen. I can see it running. It's already done. Okay. And what you see is here is we've got the results here. And what you can see here is there's certain columns that you can look at. And if you want to cheat a little bit, you can highlight over it and it'll tell you. But if I wanted to find one stocks that had recently had a bullish cross in there, I have to look for this bullish cross here. Okay. And if I sort by this bullish cross lines here, I can tell you that 2 days ago, Honeywell International, Infosys, had a bullish cross. Okay, MasterCard 3 bars ago. This would be 3 days because I scanned on a daily basis. 4 days, 5 days, etc., etc., etc. You get the idea. If I wanted to make another list of these for scanning purposes, all I had to do is highlight the ones that I want. So what I'm going to do, just real quickly here, is I'm going to choose everything that went bullish within the last 8 bars. So I'm just going to select the first one, Honeywell. I'm going to go down to Micron Tech, and I'm going to make a list of just the ones that have been bullish in the last 8 bars or so. So now that I've got them all highlighted, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to a custom list right here. And you'll see if I actually already made this list, there's about 19 of them. And I called it February 17th ML Bullish Cross. So you just basically create the list right here, make a name for it, and then highlight it and hit OK. All right, but what I'm going to do is I've already saved this off. So I wanted to show you how to do it. Now I'm just going to scan those. So I know that these within the last 8 days or so have gone bullish with their magic lines on a monthly direction. And now I want to do is I want to see what the 5 ingredients look like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Instead of scanning all of the custom lists, I'm just going to select the February 17th bullish cross. Okay. And then I'll just go ahead and start the scan right there. So we'll go ahead and start the exploration. It's only going to go through about 19 stocks right now. It's already done. And what we have here is you'll see the close. And then you see all of the magic, the 5 ingredients. So for example, here, this would be the magic direction line. Right here, this would be the health line. This would be if there's a green spike. This would be the pure health. All of these first 5 columns are going to give us the 5 ingredients, okay? After the first 5 columns, these are the basically bullish ingredients. If we were looking for bearish ingredients, they'd be the next 5 columns, okay? So I can actually kind of go in, I can sort these based on if I want to see stuff that had the bullish. If I wanted to see things that had a green spike, I can sort them. But very, very easily, I've gone through that whole list. I've identified the ones that have had a recent cross. And now I can see if any of them had a spike, which ones have a bullish pure health. And I can kind of outline and kind of narrow my list. One of the things I absolutely love about MetaStock is the ability to go through large amounts of data. Because as a trader, I want to be able to focus on those stocks that have the opportunity and ignore the ones that don't, right? And this is one of the things that now, instead of looking at a couple hundred stocks, I can narrow it down to just one that have bullish health, like Goldman Sachs or Grayscale, and that I know that have gone monthly on the magic line. So it's a very, very helpful tool. I absolutely love MetaStock. I think it's one of the best software programs out there. I'm a little biased. I've worked here for about 20-something years now. But as a trader, the ability to go in and find those opportunities actually works really, really well. And it's just such a great company to work for. So let me talk a little bit about kind of what Peter, you wanted to add something. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jeff, what Marina wanted, there is a option scanner, bunch of them, where it says last few words OP. So you could straight right there scan for the setup for the options right from the Explorer.
Which one?
Put up the chart. So, okay, let me read it to you because I got to put it on myself, on my one. Hold on a second.
So any of the ones that say OP right here.
OP, yeah, there are a bunch of them.
Okay, yeah. Here's a daily, a weekly, 45, 15, and 60 minutes. There's a DSPR.
Those are the what do you call price preceptors, right? And OP is an option.
Okay.
You could click and show them. There are a bunch of setups already there.
So let's do this. Shall we do the 1 bar OP daily?
Yeah, daily. So option setups on a daily chart.
Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I'm doing the 5 ingredients first.
It's okay. It takes no time.
And then here comes the OP daily. Okay, and so I know what these are. So you've got the C, which is a call. You've got you got the C++, which indicates
huge. Those are,
which indicates
one?
I don't have any. There's no C++s.
Oh,
There's no call pluses. Yeah. But again, we also did. Oh, there is. There's one. There's a call plus.
Open it up and look at it.
Okay, and let me apply the template real quick. Or maybe we just do the expert advisor just to keep it a little bit. So I'm going to do the Magic Trader for options. We'll click attach. Oh, we'll try it again. Attach. Okay, close. And there's your call plus. So this is the Pro Shirt Euro.
Right.
And that easily we were able to find the optionables. Alpha wants to know, can you scan Forex? Yeah, absolutely. You can, Alpha. It is something that's available. One of the things I like about MetaStock and kind of the way that they organize the list is there's actually a list of all the common Forex. So you come in here and you can just go to Forex, and there's 414 pairs. We're not going to really probably be interested in all 414. We've made a list of the major pairs. And so you just select this major pairs. You can run a scan against that. So Alpha, absolutely. Thank you for the question. You can absolutely scan Forex. So in any case, let me kind of get back to kind of what's included here. This is actually it's a very, very big product. So in it includes 58 indicators. You'll be able to, it's got a bunch of indicators that Peter's put together. You have 40 different explorations. So you saw that big list of explorations, 2 expert advisors, 35 different templates that are included, and 120-page manual. And the manual is really, really good. It's actually how I learned how to use the program. I read through the manual and kind of gone through it. And I had to give Peter props. He did a really, really good job of actually creating the manual. As part of your subscription to the Magic Trader product, you'll also get a 2-hour and 48-minute boot camp that's included. It's available instantly as soon as you actually sign up for the product, and it will allow you to actually kind of get a really good understanding of how everything works with it. And as I said, the product has been very, very well received. We get a lot of really good feedback for it. The pricing for Magic Trader is going to be $199 per month, but right now we're offering it on an introductory offer of $149 per month. And basically, as long as you get in on that introductory pricing, it's going to be available for you for the lifetime of your subscription. So it's $149 a month for the introductory offer. To take advantage of that, you can give us a call at 800-882-3040. You can visit us online at metastock.com/saleschat, or you can come up to our website and sign up at metastock.com/SDIA. But that's not all I wanted to talk about, because we've talked a lot about the alert room, and we had Dakari talk a little bit about the alert room as well. And I do want to put together a package that will include that. And so what we're going to do is for $448, we're going to give you access to the Magic Trader software, Peter's alert service. The alert service includes all of the WhatsApp messages with the trade recommendations. It includes the in-person classes that are hosted twice a week. It includes all of that kind of stuff that Dakari was talking about and recommending. It's going to give you access to that Magic Trader Bootcamp, so you're going to have lots of information to kind of help you get ready and going right now. And if you don't have a MetaStock subscription already, we're going to give you MetaStock Real-Time, as well as a subscription to the MetaStock Zenith, the product that's powered by Refinitiv. So for $448 a month, what I would recommend is you try it. If you're going to get any good trades out of it, it's going to be able to pay for itself, hypothetically. So give it a go. If it's something that works well for you, great. It's definitely something that comes with high recommendations from the people that are kind of actively subscribed to the room. So give us a call, 800-882-3040. You can chat online with us at metastock.com/sales-chat, and we can kind of help you get set up for the software and the alert service. And it's going to be something that you're going to really, really enjoy. If you do want to get a copy of those lists, feel free to drop me an email. It's jeffrey.gibby@metastock.com. And I'm going to bring Peter back on. Peter, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Oh, actually, we may do another bootcamp. Depends upon your availability. We could give them another bootcamp if they join. Right, it's up to you.
Well, we definitely can. I think we need to look at the scheduling for that as well. I thought the last bootcamp was amazing. You did such a good job with it.
Thank you.
But yeah, let's talk. We can figure out another time to put a class on. And one of the things that's kind of cool is if you are a subscriber, what we can do, we just let you know when these camps come up and when we do bootcamps as well. So if you subscribe to it today, we'll look at the schedule in terms of when we can do another bootcamp, and we'll just let you know by email as part of that. All right.
Thank you.
So Peter, good job today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you to you for hosting it a little longer than 2 hours, I guess. I'm going to get beat up.
All right. Give us a call if you want to try it out, 1-800-882-3040. And thanks for coming. Appreciate it. And we'll see you at the next one.